Welcome back, traders. Today I want to look at the miners. They are down again, significantly more than Bitcoin is down. Other than the warrants on Cypher mining, those are up significantly. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's look at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is looking kind of weak. We are seeing a volume, like the volume is dropping. It's not even above this little, this is with the ETFs, I guess, or something. I don't know what that is. No clue what that is. I guess I can click on it. Building permits. I don't know what that means. Um, can I get rid of this? Hide events on chart. All right. Bitcoin. We were growing in volume here for about 4 days. We dropped a bit off in volume today and went down in a down day, 1.13%. We did come up to the equilibrium here on the volume profile, and then we broke down from there. We came to the bottom here, and now we're kind of getting into no man's land again in this little empty space here. If we get below 42,480, there's a pretty swift drop down to, the high 30s. So not a lot holding us up here. We're in a precarious area. Now, with that said, Bitcoin does like to fake you out a lot, and it might sit here and do a bear flag for a while and then suddenly shoot up back up to 50,000. It could totally do that. But from what I'm seeing on the chart, RSI is coming down. Um, we are flagging. We failed to get above this 43,500 mark today. That looks bearish to me. The technicals look bearish. We're outside of this channel. We came out of it, tested it, failed to re-enter it. Volume profile looks bad. RSI looks weak. Volume's dropping. Technicals look bad for Bitcoin, which means they also look bad for the miners. So let's take a look here. Marathon is getting so close to my price target. I really want to start buying it, but I can't yet because it's not at my price target yet. So we got as low as 1670 today. Yeah, about 1670 today, down from the peak of 3133. We're not quite at a 50% drop yet. I think we're somewhere like 40% or something like that. Actually, we can look at that. From the peak, we are down 44.45% on Marathon. We're getting very close. I do believe we could close in on the 50 to 60% down before we start coming up, which would take us right into this space here between that 1720 and 1380 range. I do think that we're going to probably scrape the bottom of this channel for a bit, bounce back up to the middle around like $18 or so, and then continue down, touch, the bottom of the 14, maybe high 13s for a few days, and then the halving will come around and we'll start launching back up. The other thing I want to look at is HUT. I haven't looked at HUT in a few days. I'm looking at HUT today. It's just like before. I don't think it's got a lot more room to the downside. It looks like there is more potential for it to go up than to go down, but of course, it could always come down, down here into these levels in the 4s and 5s again. That is entirely possible. And that is, yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's entirely possible, but it has fallen further than its peers, making it look less weak than its peers in terms of how much further it's going to go down. So that's quite interesting. I like that. I mean, it's come out of this channel. It's come down here. We'll see if it starts bouncing. Let me look at the Bollingers and the Keltners. So this is a indicator I've been working on. So we've got 3 SMAs, the 5, the 15, and the 50 on here, as well as a Bollinger Band and a Keltner channel. The Bollinger Band is in white, or it looks kind of gray here, or when the Keltner channel is in blue. The arrows indicate when the 5 crosses the 15. As you can see here, cross it down, back here, cross it up. That's just a thing I'm working on for my scalp trades. It's not something I'm doing on these particular stocks here, but I do like to look at, the 50 and the 15 and sometimes the 5 on the daily chart for these stocks, as well as the Bollinger and the Keltner in there. So we're coming up near we're outside of the Keltner channel. We're coming up on the bottom of the Bollinger down here at 840. So I don't see us going much further than that unless price completely collapses. I'm thinking we're nearing a bottom on HUT. I think this is probably an okay price for HUT. Honestly, I'd probably consider accumulating it if I had room for it in my portfolio. And I mean, I know I always say, I'm like, oh, I want to get some HUT. And I do, but I just never seem to have the capital ready for HUT. Because I keep buying the other ones because I like them a little bit more. But this isn't any type of advice nor a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. It's just what I'm doing with my portfolio. If it makes sense for your portfolio, put it in there. That's all up to you. You're the CEO of your own portfolio. Let's look at Clean Spark. This is the 15-minute. I don't want that. I want the daily on Clean Spark. Let's turn this indicator off. We don't want to see that right now. If you want to know more about the indicator that I'm building there, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to make a video talking about what it is, what I'm looking for. And how I've been using it to trade lately. It's still a work in progress, so I'm still figuring out exactly how I'm tweaking it, but like I like it so far. Anyways, Clean Spark is in our buy zone. It's in my buy zone. It fulfilled it fulfilled my call here that it was going to fill the gap. It went as low as 725, 723, 725 today, which is amazing. It is oversold. Volume is decreasing, and we're kind of catching some support here on this little volume bar over here. Now, if we get under 723, we're probably going to fall down to 650, where we'll find some more weak support. And if we don't catch support there, we'll fall down to, $5 range. But right now we're finding some support here at this 720 range. This might not last long because there's not a lot here. As you can see, it's the top of the previous move, so there's not a ton here. And if it goes down below 725, we're going to see 650 pretty quick probably. But I have been slowly accumulating Clean Spark. Like I said before, this is not financial advice nor a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, but I have been buying Clean Spark. I bought in this week, I have bought 200 shares of Clean Spark and a few leap calls on Clean Spark because I like this price. In fact, I started buying Clean Spark at $10. I bought a few at $10, and I bought like 100 at $8, and then I bought another 100 at today. Basically, that's what I've been doing. Now, that doesn't mean it's not going to keep going down. It probably will keep going down, and if it does keep going down, I'm going to buy harder because the halving is coming up. This is the dip before the rip, in my opinion. Let's look at Bit Digital. Bit Digital is also like HUT. I believe this is also in a buy zone. See, there's a lot of volume below it right here. Not a lot more room to go down on it. Maybe 230 to 50, 230, maybe even like 220-ish. But I don't see it going much lower than that. I don't see it going any lower than this support down here. Yeah, I don't see it doing that. It might come back up into this channel here. This might be a fake out breakdown to here. I think it's done its big spike up and then fall right after, and that we'll see it kind of basing and maybe starting to climb out of this. I've mentioned before, and I still hold to that I will personally begin accumulating at about 260. It hit 263 today, so it got super close to where I would start accumulating it. But I don't dislike this price here. Like if I didn't have any BT, I would consider purchasing it at this level here. I would think about it, and I might even get a starter position there. But under 260, that's where I will probably start buying a little bit more, maybe get my position up to like 1,500 shares or something. I'm currently at 1,100, so we'll see. And then I also have Cipher Mining warrants. My buy order triggered on this yesterday at 76 cents. It dropped down to 75 this morning. It opened at 71, and then it's just been a drive up. You can see 21% today. So I'm up a decent amount on my Cipher mining warrants already. If you were patient, I applaud you. We're doing great. We came right back into my channel here. Look at this thing. We came right back into my channel down here, nearly to the bottom of it. The bottom of it's where? At 63 cents? Nearly to the bottom of it. We got to the middle, and then we went right back up to the top and stopped. I've been saying this since it was up here, that it was going to come back into this channel, and that's where I was going to start buying it, and that's what I did, and I'm in profit now already on it. So, I like it. I like where it's going. If it goes back up into this box here, I'm going to set a stop loss, at like $1.45. If it goes above that, yeah, if it gets into this box, I'm setting a stop loss at $1.45. I'll be happy to take my $1,000. That'd be great. So fantastic. I don't have quite 1,000 shares yet, but I'm working on it. That's about it. That's all I've got to say today. It was another day of mining stocks hitting the support levels, hitting the zones I was looking for in order to consider purchasing. And some of them reached those zones. Some are still getting there. Stay vigilant, stay patient. We're gonna do very well in this cycle. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a profitable day.